The hiring manager where I have an interview is someone I fired last year.
That's a weird power complex.
I, 30s female, hired a girl, 30s female, over the summer. She didn't make it through her probationary period. She came highly recommended by her references. She was a fast learner, had worked through a merger, and helped it go through seamlessly. She was terrible at her job with my company and fired her on her 89th day.
Fair.
You hired her the day before her probationary period ended?
It's a strategic tactic, nothing personal.
On her exit interview, she stated that she felt she had been poorly trained and that my temper made her worried about asking for further training, stating that I blew up on her when she asked for clarification on something a few weeks in. She then packed her things and left without so much as another word.
Okay, so I see flaws on both sides here.
Yeah, I'm starting to. I found out through a mutual friend the day she was fired, she was offered her job back with a $3 an hour raise and added responsibilities, despite having quit just days into her 2 weeks' notice. Okay, buddy, you can't pull that because you did the scumbag move of firing her the day before she became an actual employee. I feel like that was probably a rug pull type of move.
Doesn't sound like you're a good manager, honestly. Are you working with people or are you working people? That's the question I always ask myself.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
Sometimes you get to work on it. That's fun.
Oh God. Well, my boss had to lay us all off because of recent events. When I called and got an interview, the woman who spoke to me said that the hiring manager / trainer would be seeing me in the office despite it being closed and everyone working remotely. I was given her name and I instantly felt sick because it was her.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize the company had changed their name since I had seen her resume.
Dang, what comes around usually gets put on your back.
Yeah. No.
What?
No. Comes back around.
That's not how I heard it.
Coming around the back. Should I even go to the interview? I admit I do have a pretty bad temper that she had witnessed within days of being hired, but I was great at my job. It doesn't sound like it. I know her company is desperately hiring workers to meet demand, and I need the job. By the way, this comes from user Throwaway a Job Seeker. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Riley.
I'm Carly.
And we are here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do, so tell us what you would do in the comments.
I say that's someone with the worst temper ever. Go for it.
What? You said you have a bad temper?
Oh, yeah. Don't I?
No.
Okay, thank God. Whew. I was just
That was
using
a test.
I was just using that as I don't even know. Okay.
I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even know when I've seen you genuinely like raise your voice about anything.
Oh, yeah. I haven't used that one yet. I forgot I could pull that card.
The yelling card?
But I think you should go. And I think you could say, hey, I've noticed in the past my temper and I really want to change that. And I feel like this place will give me a clean slate. I think you can work the hiring process. I love the interviews.
Bro, I think you should just go in there and face the freaking music. I think you should go there and see what happens.
Yeah. But
you're being scared. You're being a little scaredy cat. Oh, do I even go? What if she doesn't like me? You know she doesn't like you.
Yeah, you probably aren't going to get hired, but you need a job. So, Carly, you going?
Yeah, just to see what happens.
Yeah, for the drama, for the update.
We've got some comments. Comment 1 says, there's also some useful commentary where this was shared on Twitter, relationship advice. One of the biggest things is that a person on their probationary period needs support, which you gave the opposite of, showing your temper, and feedback to improve. It sounds like all you gave was criticism, waiting purposefully until the last possible day to fire with no consequences, and then blaming her for leaving a couple days into her 2 weeks notice after you fired her. Oh my goodness, you live in a fantasy world. The fact that she was immediately rehired with a raise while you're unemployed gives you no place to have the gall to say she was a bad fit. She outlasted you. The company invested more money in her not to lose her because she's exactly what they want and need. And you're still blaming your bad training on her fit. Go to the job interview. It will go one of 4 ways. Also, I think this person's a little confused and thinks that she got rehired to the original company that she was working for. She left the company. She got fired by OP, went back to her old company immediately, and they gave her a raise.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That part, yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's what happened. And I think for some reason, that must have got crossed up for the commenter.
Or us. We never know.
Well, because everyone got laid off that's why OP has no job.
That's right.
Everyone got laid off.
That's right.
So if she's the hiring manager, she's not working in the same place.
That makes sense.
Anyway, so you go to the job interview. It will go one of 4 ways. The good ending is you reflected on how bad you were and resolved to be better, and she has more integrity than you and gives you a chance to prove your change. 2 is the petty ending. How you do in the job interview barely matters. You are capable enough to be hired, but the plan is to accumulate evidence for a justifiable or not, because who cares, firing on your 89th day. 3 is the bad ending. You never had a shot at hiring for any number of reasons. Maybe mishandling the interview, maybe your temper, maybe your inability to tell the difference between a good and bad job. And the catastrophic bad ending is she is willing to give you a fair shot that you barely gave to her, but you insist on your BS of talking down to her, calling your peer a girl, acting like temper is justifiable in a workplace, and generally make your toxicity other people's problems because you haven't grown up. OP responds, she's not with my company, but her previous employer.
Bro, that was literally you 5 minutes ago.
I know.
No joke.
I know. I know. My company went under due to the vid.
Cough, cough.
Fizz, fizz. I mean, no, that's plop, plop. Never mind.
I love the part where they were like, oh, hopefully this works out. They just came there to correct them. Showing that you haven't learned it all, OP. You went to Reddit just to waste time.
Comment 2. Maybe this experience will teach you how to treat people in positions below you. You never know when those people might one day be above you, and you will regret having behaved so awfully. Comment 3 says, you blew up at someone at work and didn't sincerely apologize for your actions. This is karma. And we have the update, folks. I think she got hired.
She got hired and then was put as an assistant so this person can torment them every day.
I think so. And they won't. They'll just be like a good boss, probably.
Yeah, I've had to go through the parts of finding people to add to the team. It's tricky because you got to see how they fit. This one though, this working here is a very chemistry based thing that if you aren't chemicalizing with people, it's not going to work out.
Chemically intertwined.
Yeah, like those Avatar people. But this one being I'm assuming they work at a factory, so the chemistry aspect probably doesn't matter as much, and it's more like meeting quota rather than
What, you went to
vibes.
factory immediately?
They're hiring a lot of people and they're needing jobs. That's my thought. She is a hiring manager. That means they hire a lot of people. Usually just the manager handles hiring people.
I've worked at a lot of places that have hiring managers for office settings.
Mr. Manager, Mr. Manager.
My brother went to a hiring manager and he worked at a factory though. That's my assumption.
I hope they're at the... Dang it. No, that would be a free sponsor. Okay.
What?
We have an update.
Okay.
Update 2 days later. I got a lot of good feedback, and you guys are right.
Wait, timeout. Opie said we were right? This is a huge step for this person. Holy cow.
I think it could be. I did let my temper get the best of me in front of her on multiple occasions, and that makes me a bad boss. I went to her office unsure of what to expect. The door was locked when I got there, so I stood outside waiting. She came up behind me and said my name. She asked me if I was ready to interview, and I just said yes. We sat down in her office, and she pulled out her phone and started recording. She asked me if I minded being taped, and I said no. She asked me basic interview questions, and then she asked me if there was anything that I knew I had to work on. I told her that my temper was an issue in the past, but that I've had a sudden wake-up call about my temper, and that I was actively working on it.
How did I call that?
Honestly, bro, if I hear you say that, I'm not giving you the job.
Yeah, no.
To be like, oh yeah, when I realized you were interviewing me, I had a sudden wake up call in the last day and a half that I really should work on it, and I have been. It's like, you were almost there, and you almost had it.
Low key, if you tell a story about how you're going to change your temper, that could work. I was being really mean to a parent of mine, and they passed away. I'm not going to be mean to people anymore. That's a very dramatic and dark one, but I feel like that gets the point across a little bit more.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. You low-key need a miracle. I'm not seeing a miracle here.
Yeah, as soon if you get the job, I think you'll probably just not change that much.
It's gonna be
but hey, the journey of 1 billion trillion miles starts with one little baby step, or whatever they say. So okay.
I thought it was to reach 1 million steps, you still need to take one step.
Oh, I don't think that's it.
I read that poster wrong.
I think it's the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Boom.
Ah!
Boom.
Wait, the one I read was 10,000
10,000
miles. Yeah.
And I would walk 10,000 meters.
Don't make it imperial. No, wait. Don't make it metric.
That's just 10K. It's I would walk a 10K and then I would walk another one.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Bring it back.
So I told her I had my wake-up call about my temper and that I was actively working on it. I apologized for leaving her hanging with training and that I was glad to see she was in a better position. She told me that one of the things she had learned was forgiveness.
Oh, you guys are kind of flirting. Stop.
She had left the company she was at and rehired to because they had wronged her during the merger.
Oh.
When she was offered the position back, it was with an apology, a raise, and now she's in a better position than when she left. She said sometimes an apology can start you down the path towards something better. She told me that she is willing to hire me for a good wage because she knew I was good at a lot of things at my previous job. She said if I lost my temper during the trial period, it would be the end, but she was hopeful that it wouldn't happen. She asked me if I could start Friday.
We did it!
I knew you were going to get that job.
OP.
I freaking knew it. You know what else I freaking know, man? You can listen to full episodes with stories just like this on your favorite podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime, and you can listen to every single freaking episode we've ever uploaded, basically, man. Woman, person,
Dog.
ka-chow,
Fish.
shapow,
Cat. Other pet animal.
frog,
Cats listen to our podcast.
newt.
I know you didn't say cat.
I did say cat.
Cow.
Sorry, I feel like there are more cats than cattle that watch. Actually, if we have one farmer and they have a bunch of cattle, that might actually tip the scales here.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know how many cattle people usually have? Like 100 to
You know how many
150?
cats
know.
some people have?
That is true. Okay, I'll take that. That's where I'm from. Something, if I was his hiring manager, some things I need to know is OP, that the person that wrote this, are they male or female?
They're both ladies.
Both ladies? Okay, because I feel like if it was a guy losing his temper in front of a woman, it would be a little bit of a different thing than a woman. I am assuming, but I would feel a little like...
Why would that be different to you?
Because...
Probably scarier.
I just want to know if that was the
Yeah,
reason.
I think...
I'm not judging you. I'm
scarier.
genuinely curious.
It's
Yeah.
probably scary.
Because if, like, to be honest, if Dakota yelled at me versus Carly, I'd probably feel a little bit more like, oh, Dakota, whoa, man. Rather than Carly, like, oh, Carly, ah. But
That's funny because I feel like the opposite.
Because
Really?
it
I
would
feel
take
like
a
if it's
lot
the
more to get
opposite-
me to yell, so I think it would be scarier if you got me to that point.
I feel like for men it's scarier when ladies yell, and for ladies it's scarier when
now-
men yell.
now that I'm thinking, it is also person to person. Because if my mom yells at me, it affects me more than if, like, my dad would. Okay, anyways. So we got that out of the way. And two, what are they hiring for? I really want to know that part. Because if it's not chemistry-based at all, I don't think it really matters. And they laid it out well, that if they lost their temper, capiche.
Yeah, I think OP's probably maybe gonna lose their temper and then lose their job, but that's
On
That's
the
neither here nor
89th
there.
day.
so.
Or...
She's gonna be like, "Oh no, your probationary period was 100 days, not 90 days." She's gonna throw a temper tantrum on the 91st day. Anyway, she started training me today, and I definitely realized I was the problem and why she didn't succeed where I was. She is absolutely wonderful at the job with great client interactions. She should have been able to easily pick up the work I was throwing at her if she had been properly trained. I'm glad that she gave the company a second chance because she deserves everything they have given her. I hope to learn a lot from her and show her that she didn't waste her time on me. I've also signed up for therapy to manage my anger online. Top comments. Number 1. Now this is wholesome. I hope you do actually go to anger management classes, OP. Best of luck to you. Comment 2 says, it takes a lot to swallow your pride and admit you were wrong. Well done, OP. Comment 3, I am glad that this worked out for you. I am glad that you went through with it. And I am glad that she took you. You are very lucky. I wish you the best. I probably would not have gone through with it. And that's the end of the story.
Took a lot of courage, but also I think desperation was on your side, too.
Yeah, I mean, hey, after that stunt you pulled flying on the 89th day, I gotta say, I wouldn't hire you.
Yeah.
89th day is like, bro, I don't want that energy anywhere around me. You fired me on the 89th day.
Think about it, though. Think about it, though. OP did this person a favor in a roundabout way. She got back at her job, better position, better wage, and she's not at a job where they just let go of everyone. She's scrambling to find something.
That is
OP kind of did her a
theoretically
favor.
true. Yeah, that's the Chinese horse fable.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
never know. You never know what's actually good or bad
You don't? And,
because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So I could see in a way where that hiring manager's like, you know what? Actually, thank you. Thank you for firing. Thank you for being a terrible manager so I couldn't succeed at my job and setting me up for failure.
Yes, because now I have better job. And now you are jobbing at my job.
Jobbing it. I'm jobbing it.
No!
Last time you got a job.
Me?
Yeah.
About a year, 2 months ago.
Last week for me.
You got a job last week?
Yeah. Cutting firewood.
Because you were back home.
My employee quit after I spent thousands accommodating her special needs.
Well, that's sometimes what happens.
Sorry, it said they've decided to move back down to Cornwall with family. Wait,
yeah,
what?
That's why they quit. So the original title is a bit more descriptive. If you want me to read that real fast.
Yeah, read
It's
the original
long.
title. Yeah.
The original title is I spend 17,900. I think it's
Just put like round it up.
euros or pounds.
18,000 euros.
18,000 euros or pounds. Converting aspects of my office,
I think
break
pounds.
room, desk, elevator, and disabled bathroom to make it accessible for an employee with a disability who requested these changes. They left 2 weeks after the work was finished. Can I go after them for some cost in small claims court?
Probably not, but I bet you can go after the state or the government. you know.
Okay.
I think they're in England or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those pounds. 'Cause
Okay.
Cornwall's in
Yeah.
England.
So they've decided to move back down to Cornwall with family. Another staff member who she was friendly with said she'd been planning to leave since August. This means that this staff member knew they weren't going to be around to use the adjustments. By the way, this comes from Antique Bet 35. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to our fabulous r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Carly.
And our job is to give good advice in a goofily manner to you. Your job? Type in the comments your expertise on your thoughts on this. Because none of us are handicapped and we don't know how to feel about this. So,
Well, you have
Well,
dyslexia.
but that's like a mental one. It's not like I can't walk because I'm dyslexic.
I don't think it
Yet.
said that they were.
That can
handicapped.
happen soon.
I'm
with
just
AI.
gonna like write a bunch of words and letters,
No.
and numbers on the ground wherever you go. So you'll be like,
Guys, I couldn't make it to work today. I read all the signs wrong.
I don't know where I am.
Come on. Oh, man.
We can say that. We're allowed to make fun of dyslexia. He is dyslexic.
A little.
That's what I think of him as that first.
Can we get a test? Can we get a doctor here to diagnose me on stream?
What do you wait, what?
Can we get a doctor here
If
to
you
diagnose
never
me?
had a diagnosis for
I
dyslexia?
read it online and like everything made a lot of sense. It was like, oh, that's why I get you know how like you ask me questions sometimes and I get a little frantic. Apparently that's a side effect of having dyslexia,
Huh.
right? Isn't that weird? It's like I feel pressure to know all the answers because every time I did like those English tests, you know, those like English tests where you read it and you're supposed to like answer, what's the theme of this story? I'd always do bad at those because I didn't like have reading comprehension. I was just trying to read it and I didn't understand it till I do that.
What's the theme of the story? Words.
Yeah.
Sounds.
So now since my brain's developed, that I somehow associated with that, that's my guess. Anyway, sorry. I went on a little rant there. I spent a load of money renovating an old elevator, lowering countertops in the break room to make them accessible, and getting a special desk area to help with their disability. Sorry. I was just, my solution to this is like, just make them a special area instead of renovating everything. Just like, hey, here you go.
Like
You can
out
hang out
front.
here.
Like we made we have a tent for you out front you can be in, and we'll install one of those we'll get like 2 cans and put a string between them,
Dude.
and we'll like talk
That
to each other.
I'm losing it, guys.
Kim, fine. He read it online, but it said something else because he's dyslexic.
It's like this whole time you've been diabetic.
That's good. Oh man. These are all things which they requested along with the doctor's note explaining their disability with a copy of their PIP decision and a copy of their PIP decision, which showed they were awarded standards daily living and why. Editor's note, personal independence payment, UK welfare benefit to help with extra living costs for people with a physical or mental health condition or disability. We met several times through August and September to discuss their needs and whether there were any compromises I could make to reduce the cost. She stated there weren't. So he's asking like, hey, this is going to take a lot to know,
It's like,
to
hey, I'm gonna
do.
drop 18 big ones. You think is there anything I can do to not have to drop that much money? And they're just like, no, you're gonna have to do that for me.
And it would make
I'll be your best
sense
employee.
if you're like a big corporation. But if you're a small business, I feel like that you should get some compensation.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be some sort of recourse with the government here where it's like, yeah, I did all this stuff to be in accordance with like whatever they needed, and then they just left.
Yeah.
Is there any, can I be compensated in any way for that?
So it seems like she was hired in August or September. Never once did she mention that she was leaving in November. Work finished on the 10th of November. She resigned on Friday the 21st without any notice. I don't want to sound spiteful, but is there any way I can reclaim any of these costs? The disabled bathroom had to be widened and have special rails fitted to accommodate them. Additionally, a special desk was purchased for them and break room counters were lowered. None of these things actually benefit any of my other staff members who aren't disabled. The whole budget that would have gone on Christmas bonuses has been completely blown on someone who wasn't even intending to stay with us. I do have emails from the staff member to her friend where she discussed moving back with her family in Cornwall and her plans. It's crystal clear that she was intending to leave in November. I've got that in writing. It's worth noting that one reason behind these high costs was I had to pay a premium to get the work done quickly. While this was happening, I permitted this staff member to work from home as and when they needed to in line with their disabilities. I never required them to come into the office until the accommodation work was done. Well, I just want to say you were very thoughtful in this. And this is quite a pickle.
A pickle we found. I don't know. I think
I say sue him.
yeah, if you can try to recoup any of it, be like, dude, you had me do all this stuff. You were only going to work here for 3 months, and you had me spend everyone's Christmas bonuses on accommodations for you that you don't need because you knew you were leaving.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about?
I would like to know what this work is, because you can now have someone else that's disabled. If it's like primarily not a physical labor job.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, something could have been worked out where it's like, okay, well, if you can't really access the office, like maybe we get you a remote position or something. I don't know what the work is, but it's like, yeah, if you're going to blow 18 grand on somebody, it's because you're expecting them to be around for a while, not because, it's like, oh yeah, oh, for sure. A couple months, 2.5 months, moving back to Cornwall. You're a cornball for that, bro.
Yeah. Duchess says, honestly, you need to consult a lawyer about all of this. Yeah. Talk to a lawyer. I think that's the best first move to do. An occupation, are there occupational lawyers, Carly?
What?
Like occupational lawyers or like disability occupational lawyers?
There's lawyers that'll specialize in that kind of stuff.
Do lawyers always be specializing in something?
I need to get a crime lawyer.
Ooh, what
crime has befallen you?
Batman. Vigilanteism.
Anonymous was just here.
I need to get a crime doctor too.
Crime doctor.
I mean, sorry, crime lawyer.
Crime lawyer, crime doctor.
Yeah,
You're like a mafia doctor.
Because someone stole my heart.
What do they call a mafia doctor? A veterinarian. Hey, because they don't go to the doctor, they go to the vet.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because they don't go to the hospital.
I was just thinking of that one scene in Godfather where a vet probably had to help out.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Whitney has some insights here. All right, that's too much. I can't read that.
I was scrolling to read something of my own. I wasn't pointing that out. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So we got some relevant comments here. People probably give us some insights. Comment 1. So was this a job that could have been done from home? Opie says, not fully. We operate on a 3-2. What?
Right, 3 days in the office, 2 days at home, probably.
Yeah.
Or 3 days
Oh,
at
a
home,
hybrid.
2
Okay.
days in the office.
We operate on a hybrid model of 3 days in the office, 2 at home. She was fully remote given her disability, with staff in the office picking up things she couldn't do remotely. Commenter 2, it doesn't seem like a crime has been committed here, not even a civil one. They haven't misrepresented anything, nor entered into a contract that required them to pay for it. You have done everything in line with the EQ Act 2010. Editor's note, the UK Act, the Equality Act 2010 legally protects people from discrimination in the workplace and in wider society. I'm not getting any of that here. I need to move to the UK. I get discriminated every day. Riley, read this word.
You don't have an official
No,
diagnosis
It wasn't
anymore.
pie.
Wow, and they make fun of me
for.
for not figuring out how to get one. Sorry, it's hard to read notes and give it to people to write on them.
Bro, you know how to, what?
Doctor's notes.
You
what
gotta go to a doctor.
is making you write the doctor's notes?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You went to
It's a
funny
little hard to
North
figure
Carolina
out.
doctor.
All the online research I've looked at, it's a little hard to
Just a
read.
guy drinking
okay?
hooch in the woods. He's like, yeah, write whatever you want.
He's been, those are a little harder to find than you would think. You could write
Hooch doctors in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to have to go deep into the Appalachians for those boys.
You could write this off as renovations and put it in your job advertisement, disability-friendly office, lift, disabled toilet, etc., etc. And if you sell the building, if it is yours to sell, later down the line, you could advertise that as the part of the sale. Oh, that's true. Most likely avenue I'll go down.
Yeah, man, you can just recoup your investment in, a future sale of your assets.
I'm just furious and upset right now. The whole team and I bent over backwards for her. She used it once when I told her the renovations were complete and she needed to start working the hybrid model of 3 days in the office, 2 days at home with her colleagues. Then she just left. She really put me and her colleagues under immense pressure to accommodate her. Her teammates had to do things that needed doing around the office. They drove stuff out to her house when she asked for it. We're all just disgusted by her behavior.
I mean, it really sounds like she could have just stayed remote the entire time.
Yeah.
Especially if she would have just told you she's going back to Cornwall in November. It's like, oh, well, then we'll just keep you on as remote until you're done working here. Why would we redo the entire building? Or not the whole building, but, why would we do like 18,000 pounds worth of renovations when you're not going to work here and you can do your job remote?
Yeah. Commenter 3, emphasis on the reasonable adjustments. If OP didn't think they were reasonable, it should have been said when they were requested. As the employee has been working from home for several months as needed, that could have been made a long-term reasonable adjustment versus the costly adjustments in office. I assume OP has a reason for this, but I can't think what it would. These aren't even words.
But I
work from home.
PRN.
And corn? Work from home corn? Is this what this is?
Professional research.
What is this?
Neuropathy. I don't know.
Is this a corn site? Are we talking about a corn site right now?
No.
It means as the situation arises. It means pro re not in Latin.
Pro re
As,
nada.
or as the situation arises.
Pro re nada.
Okay. But I can't think of what it would be if WFH-PRN has been managed successfully for her so long. Obi says her colleagues have been doing the parts of her job that need to be done in the office. The agreement was that she'd be back on a 3 days in the office, 2 days at home when the renovations were complete. Opie explains more about the emails between the staff member and her friend about moving, the adjustments on the office, and the Christmas bonuses. Oh. The emails were sent out on her office Outlook system, supplied by a staff member she was friends with who is now furious at her because the Xmas bonus has been spent on this. I usually give all my staff 1,000 pounds to 2,000 pounds extra at Christmas, depending on how well we do. This nonsense has left us with no spare cash to do anything more than maybe 50 pounds each. I'm furious and embarrassed about this. 15 staff members are going without a 1,000 pound Christmas bonus because she lied that we needed these accommodations made. I have email receipts proving she was never going to be using them. In September, she sent an email to her friend confirming she was going to Cornwall in November. Despite this, she kept pushing for adjustments to be made during this time and stated she could not come into the office until they were complete. She never mentioned to me once that she was going to be leaving. I have an idea. Hey guys, we're going to do a car wash raising money for the disabled. And then use all that money you spent for bonuses for people because you are basically, in a way, paying for renovations in the office.
So you want them to work for their Christmas bonus.
So you're pro.
It would be a team effort. It would
They'd be
prorating.
working extra. So you'd
okay,
also
but
have
it's
to
going to
pay
be
them.
fun.
How hot is the car wash?
It's in the UK,
It's
bro.
Christmas. It's going to be so cold.
Okay, we're going to shovel for people. I don't know, just car wash.
I'm not doing any manual labor for my job
I
or
don't
know,
a
man.
Christmas bonus.
What about cooking? Cook,
It just
soup
feels
cook.
so gross, bro. Like this person clearly was on some sort of like,
Power trip.
yeah, or like, I don't know. A power trip is the thing that makes the most sense.
I'm curious how they had been getting treated in the office, though, because this, to me, seems like it was coming from something that we're not seeing.
I don't even think they were treated anyway in the office because I don't think they were in the office.
Yeah.
I think they were doing remote.
And
Yeah.
OP wants them to be in the office because they don't want to be like, oh, you have a disability, you have to work from home.
And
They want
yeah.
to be accommodating in that way.
And then she's like, well, I can't work in the office till you do these things.
Right.
Which is,
And then it's like it doesn't matter because you're only going to be here for 3 months.
well, that was hidden though.
Right.
My whole
so
thing, though,
why
is he's
didn't you
like
just say
complaining.
that?
He's like complaining, oh, the other employees have to pick up slack because you're working from home. It's like, well, yeah, that's her accommodation, is the other
Yeah.
employees will have to drive that stuff
the
out.
whole reason that was a problem is because she didn't say she was leaving. So OP is working under the assumption that it's like, this is the situation forever. So if it was
I'm
just
not
going to be the
disagreeing with
situation
you
for 3 months.
on that part, but it's like it could have very easily just been like, oh yeah, this is the accommodation for her working from home, and we
I'm
could have
just-
just
yeah,
left it
like,
at
what-
that.
Time out. Wedding Answers just asked me a scam.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
I think I'm going to hear you.
Wait, you got it?
I think so.
What is it?
No, yeah, you go first.
No,
I'll
you
see if
go.
I line up. I think, who knows? Maybe she's in with the contracting company that does all this stuff. I mean, it's a stretch, but like, are they based in Cornwall?
Oh, looks like the job's going to be done at the end of October. I'm going to leave in November. Find another job that needs to meet these requirements.
God.
A little sloppy though, if that's the reason. But that's on the table.
Yeah, it's, I mean,
Because like if
it'd
you've been doing,
it'd be pretty hard to keep that
Well,
like
if this-
anonymous though, you know? Like,
The same company gets hired. Every
yeah, it's like,
time.
how do you control like that they even pick the company that, you know, maybe just, you know, who knows?
well, she's a pro. She knows those answers.
They're pros. They're
Yeah.
pros over there in Cornwall.
All right, comment 4. Why didn't you just let them permanently work remote? You did this to yourself by requiring them to report to the office. No. OP says because her colleagues were having to do the aspects of her job on her site that she wasn't coming in for. She also used to work in an office full-time pre-vid. She was one employee who refused to move hybrid with the others. Commenter 5 says, just to be a little different here, just want to say, what an effort. Lots of time, money, and effort, and for what feels right now for nothing. Lots of good advice here, but just wanted to validate your feelings of frustration and bewilderment. Let's hope they don't ask for a reference. This definitely feels unfair. Hopefully, a lot of the work can be tax deductible, maybe. Opie says, yeah, it's all business expense. I'd still rather have given that money to my staff, though. I feel like complete crap not giving Christmas bonus this year. That's why I'm up at 2 a.m. looking to see what I can do. I can probably manage 200 pounds each from my personal savings and add on some extra by taking her payroll, maybe 500 pounds if I'm lucky. Okay, cool. You probably could. Comment 6 says, you are out of luck then. Sounds like the job can be just done as easily from home, and at your arbitrary demand to make someone work from an office is a 17,000 pound. How do you 17,000 pound?
Yeah.
And your arbitrary demand to make someone work from an office instead is a 17,000 pound mistake on your part. It's tough to feel sorry for you because of all of this could have been avoided if you would simply acted reasonable to begin with.
No, commenter, you're wrong. This person is acting under the assumption this person is going to be working here
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah. Okay, commenter, here you
But-
go. You're just... Oh, go ahead, Scarlett.
No, because my thing is though, like when it came down to like, okay, I will be working here for a long time. If those accommodations were too much to put in, the other accommodation is you can keep working at home and I don't have to do any of this contracting work and I can just pay one person a little bit more for having to do the other little things in the office.
True, but...
Like there wasn't that need to do it because there was the workaround that she can work from home, which is how he's going to get screwed of not getting that money back.
That's true, but I think reading OP here, he's a team player and he wants his team to be with him because he's really upset that he's not going to be able to give his team bonuses.
But at the end of the day, it's just the law, too. If she asks it like that, he has to do it.
Well,
That's the thing. If she asked, one of his valid options would have just been, oh, we'll just keep you remote then.
But
and
if
he
he-
just has to deal with the
Well,
fact
no,
that
'cause
not everyone's going to be in the office.
even if he does that, as soon as she asks, then she goes, "Oh, well, now I feel like I'm being made to be different than the rest of my employees
But I
because
don't
I have
think
to
she
work
ever
from
said
home."
that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
that
she
was,
could
that was probably
say that
what was
Well,
going to
legally.
because
happen.
she didn't. We don't know that that's what she was going to do.
I think that was a card she
I
could
think
play.
she
that was
probably
the
just
whole
wanted to
problem.
keep working from
Is
home.
nobody knew what she was going to do.
Yeah. So we had to
And
make
if she
these
wanted to
changes.
work remote, she could have kept her job and worked in freaking Cornwall.
I don't know.
It's weird. It's like she kept that a secret on purpose.
She planned it.
It's weird. And it is like, it feels like something she did to get like vengeance on somebody, because there is now, we know that she worked in the office full time and there
Yeah.
weren't these accommodations. And so it feels like this is some sort of like F you before she leaves.
Yeah. So OP says there are aspects which can only be done in person. I don't want to risk identifying my business, but it can only be done partially remote. Even during the lockdown, we needed 3 to 4 staff members rotating into the site. And we have an update. I just think OP is a team player and he wants her to feel included on the team, and her just working remote would have been like, it's It's a temporary solve, but not a full-time solve. Because I don't want you to feel bad for being different. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It's
I just don't think that's like a valid excuse on OP's part.
Well, you would have saved 18,000 pounds if it was you.
I don't know.
I think we're missing some conversation from the story, basically.
No, I'm fully saying that the employee is entirely in the wrong. I mean, like, because you guys, if I was going to move out of town, I wouldn't secretly do it and then leave you guys like, where's Dakota? It's like, oh no, he quit over the break. We lost like our host. And it's like, what? Like, what do we do? Like, and you guys didn't even but it's just like, it's that element that's making me go like, what is the motivation behind doing this?
Yeah.
And I think you are right, though. There is something we're missing. And I think something happened
we're missing,
in the office that made her want to like screw them over.
I think we're missing a lot of context between
I don't even know if
Bob.
OP knows, though, because it could have happened with anybody in the office.
What are you saying, Carly?
That I agree. I think something happened between OP and this employee, though, but we didn't get that context.
Got it. Guys, we got an update. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Just wanted to follow up now that a little bit of time has passed and I have a clearer head. I've consulted with a solicitor who advised there was a strong case for pursuing this employee for cost. However, this would be disadvantageous for PR reasons. In light of that, I've decided not to pursue them for cost at present. Dang, that does put a bit bad.
Yeah, I mean, it looks bad. And I do like Duchess Cassandra says, I'm on Dakota's side, but I also don't think what she did was illegal. It's just stinky. I agree. Like, I don't think what she did was illegal either, but it's like she knew exactly how to make this guy have to pay 18 grand and then left him with the bill. Like, I mean, he would have the bill regardless, but it's like, it was for her, the employee. Like,
okay, story time. Okay, Billy Tom says, team player or controlling, he needs to have eyes on everyone all the time. I think team player.
Dude, we're talking about somebody who gives his employees... He's upset because he couldn't give his employees bonuses.
Yeah.
And he's talking about going into his personal savings. I don't think this guy's a bad boss whatsoever.
No.
I don't trust him.
He's mad
You don't
because he
trust him?
couldn't give his employees bonuses for Christmas. Because all of the
I
bonus
agree.
money
That
went to
sucks.
the accommodations.
And I think that's like the bad thing that came out of this is that like these people aren't going to get their bonuses. That part, terrible. I think it's awful that she did that. I don't think it's all that bad that his office is now disability accessible though.
No, but it's more of the sunk cost of like,
well,
I did this for this employee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks,
and
but we're not going to make
literally
her pay for it
but
though.
subterfuged me.
But she said that the reason it cost so much more extra because she was like, it needs to be done immediately.
Where she kept pushing to have it done. It's just so weird when you're like, nah, I'm not even gonna be here, and you're like, no, you have to do this. There's something amiss.
Yeah.
I wonder why the coworker that she was emailing didn't say anything sooner.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I wasn't particularly clear in my previous post, but the office I was already in had a functional elevator, disabled bathroom, etc. My employee's disability, size, and weight meant that they were unable to use the existing elevator and bathroom, which is why she specifically demanded that they'd be changed. I've also seen a lot of comments and got a lot of messages asking why my employee couldn't just keep working from home, given that they'd been working remotely since 2019. Not sure where this came from. It isn't true. Our whole staff, including the employee with a disability, was 100% in the office before the vid. She was working in our office in person for years before the vid without reporting any accessibility issues. After the vid in March 2020, we all went remote from 3 to 4 staff members who rotated to do the end office duties. This didn't work well, and we had to adopt a hybrid policy for all staff. The employee with a disability was the sole one who refused to return to the office when the hybrid working was reintroduced. There were a lot of comments saying how I should have sought funding from DWP. We tried that avenue at the time through this government scheme. There was no funding for the type of adjustments that she was requesting to be made. Other people asked why I had done nothing for 5 years and then rushed this through. This also isn't true. During those 5 years, I made a concerted. First time that word's ever been used in OK Storytime history. During those 5 years, I made a concerted and continuous effort to bring staff member back into the office in a hybrid pattern. This staff member was not the only one who required adjustments, and I have a fairly large team. During this time, I engaged with this employee who had a disability, working with them, applying and inquiring with the DWP's access to work program, etc. If you need a work program and you want to, figure out a way to work from home, your new job is to listen to OK Storytime in all your free time. Just search it up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or iHeartRadio to apply and press play.
That's right. And we go, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. We got a little bit more left here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Whoa, that's a random call.
Yeah. What happened?
Speaking with the solicitor and showing him what we had done before, he said that it was clear my office already met the requirements under the Equality Act of 2010, with the exception of the lowered counters in the break room, which were installed. And the improved elevator and the wider disabled bathrooms, which we now have, go beyond the requirements of the Act. On the subject of the Christmas bonuses, through a combination of no longer having to pay the employee who left and selling some of my personal stocks and shares, I've been able to partially fund this year's Christmas bonuses.
Wow. What a G.
Wow. And Carly still doesn't trust this guy.
Bro, why not? What?
This dude went to his savings to give them money.
Okay.
Damn.
Noted. All right, we got some comments left here. That's the end of the story. OP1. He replies with one comment. Okay, so commenter 1 says, can you please explain how you were going to pay the staff bonuses before the staff member quit? Or was your plan all along to blame this staff member for the lack of bonuses this year, even if she had stayed? That's something that wasn't clear from your last post and could impact any potential litigation. Litigation?
Ligamentation.
Here we go.
You
Here
said
we
it
go.
perfectly that time.
Okay, here we go. And could impact any potential litigation. Just say it for me.
Litigation.
You gotta mouth it though.
And could impact any potential
Litigation.
I didn't even mouth it right.
You didn't.
There's like an M in there that's not there. OP says, staff are a lot more accepting of not getting a bonus if it means that a colleague with a disability is getting the support that they need. Staff are not accepting of a colleague making demands, pushing her own work upon them, refusing to come back in when everyone else did with hybrid measures and patterns, and then disappearing when the company has spent £17,000 making adjustments specifically for her. Which makes sense. So it sounds like you were going to pin it on her. Like, oh, we didn't get bonuses this year, but now we get to have Brittany in office.
He was totally going to pin it on her.
We get to have Brittany in office all the time now. Yay!
Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure it wouldn't have been like everyone looking for your Christmas bonus, go ask her. That would be crazy. But, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like something's missing with this whole, well, now she needs disability stuff, and before she didn't. Yeah, things change. A giant pandemic happened. Things could have changed. She could have gotten sick, and she could have gotten worse. I don't know. Something's fishy to me.
But then what's the problem there? He did the stuff.
But he was being a little poop about it.
After she abandoned the company, after he spent 18 grand on it.
I think we're missing something.
I don't.
Sounds like this person didn't like working there, and they're like, F you.
Why? Why? And they worked there for 5 years.
Yeah, I thought they only worked there for a couple of months.
They knew they were going to Cornwall. They'd worked in the office without any extra accommodations before. Everything in the office already met the standards for the act. But
I figured out how to say it.
What?
Little gay son. Little gay son.
Be like Liddy?
Litigation.
Gation.
Litigation.
Like if someone was like gay, they're gation.
We figured it out. You know how long it took me to figure out how to
Litigation.
say millennial? I lost
Oh,
it.
no.
Millennial?
Restart the clock.
Millennium. But wow, yeah, that was an interesting story. Everyone check on your disabilities, see what you can do to exploit your company, and starting next week, we're going to have everything, all the words that are ever said are going to have to be in like those things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Riley's getting
in what?
Training.
In little
inches? In you know how it's how to pronounce it, and it gives you the
I
words.
can only read words that are 1 inch long.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna exploit you guys, and you guys are gonna have to pay for it.
I think there is a thing though where it's if you space out the letters or something. I can't remember. This is a hazy memory, but I feel like there's a way to make reading easier for people with dyslexia, and it has to do with spacing the words out in a certain way. Or the letters.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Amy Lynn, she says, honestly, being disabled, this sounds more like she just didn't want to return in person and thought that they would let her stay home if she demanded accommodations, but they didn't. And that bothers me.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, it's if I know I'm leaving town, I'm letting my job know, hey, I'm going to be gone. I'm moving back to Cornwall in November. So that's the plan. And maybe I just work remote until then. because
Yeah.
then I will be leaving
Yeah.
the company.
Listen, I don't disagree that it was a BS move and she really screwed them all over. I just think we're missing something.
Yeah, I could see that. Is there another story or is this it?
We have another story.
There is? Where are we at?
An hour.
Maybe she just hates one employee and knew that none of them would get bonuses.
Okay, it's almost
She's like, I'm taking yours.
it's almost time to go.
Everything that I have, praise the Lord.
Wow, we're really singing Kanye right now?
Isn't
Is this
that
the fifth one? Are we on the
Isn't
fifth
that
one?
oh
Oh wow.
Isn't that a sample though?
No, that's Kanye, bro.
That's not a sample.
Ooh. So we can do the next story or we can wait and do it later. Thoughts?
What do
Wanna
you
wait and do it
mean?
later?
Wait, today? You just another on Friday?
Yeah,
No.
can. Let's do that.
My father stalked me at work and it got him fired. Maybe he should be. And this comes directly from the r/okstorytime subreddit. What? Okay, so to explain the title, my biological father was never in the picture. He knew about me and paid child support, but him and my mom were never together. I was a result of a drunken one-night stand, and he was basically not around. And my mom didn't want me to be raised by him. By the way, this comes from Tasty Archer 3371. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Angie.
I'm Dakota.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't know anything but what we know. So let us know what you know. And maybe we'll compare notes. OP says, he rarely wanted anything to do with me as a child, and my mom didn't go out of her way to give him updates or tell him much about me or my life. Basically, she knew he never cared. He has had many children with different women since he was 16.
Oh my god.
Is he okay? And a couple of the women, including my mom, never wanted anything to do with him. He's had criminal charges before while I was growing up, mostly petty theft and anything to do with devil's lettuce, and never kept a job. During my childhood, he probably stopped reaching out or sending me birthday or Christmas stuff when I was around 6 years old. And he started resurfacing when I was an adult a few times on Facebook. He had reached out to me and my mom a few times, and each time I would block him and barely read what he had to say. The most recent attempt before this incident was when he messaged me about 3 or 4 years ago on Father's Day, asking to get to know me and meet me, and I blocked him. My mom thought maybe his existing kids weren't getting along with him, so he was desperate in trying to reach out to the kid he hadn't met yet. He's always been a very self-centered person. So let's get to what happened. I work in an office building on the top floor. One day, I had an AirPod in my ear and it fell out and went down the elevator shaft.
Ouch. That
That's
sucks.
That's tough, man.
Oh, man.
I knew we had building managers and asked the receptionist if he could go to the basement and find it for me, since I had just gotten them for Christmas from my actual dad, who was there for me growing up. He did. I asked what his name was and thanked him. It's a very common M name. Marty.
Is that common?
Supreme.
I was thinking Mike.
Mike. That's a pretty
Wheeler.
common name.
Mandrake.
Michael Wheeler.
There's like
Ow.
9. There at one point in my neighborhood there were like 9 Mikes.
There's a lot of Mikes everywhere. I know a lot of Mikes.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
That's pretty common. Fast forward a couple of months, and my mom gets a message on Facebook from him because they commented on the same picture that was posted in a group sharing memories of a bar that doesn't exist anymore. The picture was one of their friends that passed away. Anyway, he DM'd her asking if she could talk to me about meeting me. Yada yada. She said she would mention it, but reiterated that it's not likely I would be interested, which was correct. Typical bio dad behavior. I had noticed this building manager had been hanging around on my floor more after this AirPod incident, but didn't really think much of it. I asked the receptionist if he was new or something, and she confirmed that he took over for a previous building manager a few months ago. Okay, makes sense. Our office is very high security. We have to scan badges to get to the main office areas, different floors, and even to get to specific floors on the elevator. I work in the legal field, so that matters because our service team is the only ones who can let anyone in if something needs repairs or painted, or for the shredding company to pick up the shred bins. Basically, if you don't work here, you don't have access to the office, just the lobby and conference rooms. There is security on the first floor too, for mail and food deliveries and to keep the parking ramp safe. One day around 3 o'clock on what I think was a Thursday, this building manager just shows up at my cubicle. No one was with him who would have let him in or supervised him. He had installed new carpet on the elevators that week, and I had said he did a good job, thinking he was just a strange dude. Before I said that, I was feeling uncomfortable and thought I should just say something random. He kept saying, "I think you'll want to talk to me. Don't you want to know who I am?" We should get coffee sometime. We should talk outside.
What? That's
This is
weird.
really creepy. I'd be like,
I'm good.
oh, I'm getting a call.
Yeah.
What, Mom? I have to come back right now?
Actually don't care to talk to you. I don't know. I know who you are. You're the building manager.
You're
That's
the
all I need to
building
know.
manager.
You say, "Oh my, I'm getting a call. Oh, the police are calling me." Yes,
Yeah.
there is a weird guy here.
Yeah.
I was getting really uncomfortable and confused, saying things like, I don't know. Why would I? I don't know you. I was thinking he was trying to hit on me or something, until he pulls a picture out of his wallet of me from 7th grade. I was
Whoa.
mortified.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All the blood from my body left me. I felt sick, panicked, and trapped because obviously I was in a cubicle. Of course, I was flustered and said, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Sure, we can get coffee after work sometime. How are your other kids? Aren't they parents now? Like I was clearly at a loss for words and just wanted him to go away. My coworker was a cubicle away, hearing all of this, and an attorney nearby was also aware of his strange presence. My coworker and I are close friends of about 8 years and fully aware of what was going on. She asked if I wanted her to call security over our private chat system. Luckily, I wasn't just alone in the situation, but still very much traumatized every second of his presence. I don't know how the conversation ended or how I got him to leave. He was probably at my desk for about 30 minutes, telling me that I'm pretty and other things I didn't want to hear.
Ew.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Ugh.
I'm assuming he was just happy to have a kid that was doing well. I don't know my half-siblings other than a couple of their names, and the 2 I know about have children, which makes me an estranged aunt. One is a male that's 3 years older than me, and the other is a female that's a year younger. I don't know why this man wants a relationship with me if I never once ever showed any interest in the 28 years of my existence up to that point. Who does this when they have been blocked, blown off, and told directly by me this does not benefit me, and I have no interest in your life or family? He's done nothing but pay mandatory child support and gave me maybe 3 or 4 gifts when I was younger than 7, then disappeared until I was in my 20s. What does he want? Why is he here?
Yeah. That's so weird too though that he's like your dad and he's still calling you, he's like continuously calling you pretty and stuff. It's
The
like,
thing, yeah, if it was my father and he was saying, "Oh, you're so pretty," like, I'd
Sure.
be like, yeah, that's normal interaction.
for sure.
A guy you don't know,
Yeah.
who is your father, but like you don't know him, is going up to you and being like, "You're so pretty." You're so
Yeah.
cute.
And
Oh,
like
you're beautiful."
for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's all he says.
Yeah, right.
You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been in an experience like that where I was in like a lift and this random,
Oh,
the
no.
Lyft driver was like really, it was like 1 a.m. I was like, "You're so pretty. You're so pretty." I was like,
Ew.
it's terrifying. It's not a fun experience.
Oh God.
My
Or
mom,
you just say, "No, I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I'm ugly."
no, I was 18 at the time, so I didn't have
God.
I didn't have Dakota level confidence.
Oh man.
Just start going.
Yeah. My mom probably sent him pictures or something growing up, but probably by his own request. So that's how he had that picture of me from middle school. Probably put it in his wallet when he figured out who I was months ago when he went down the elevator for me, and just watched me for months without saying anything. Alas, I went home after that about an hour before I normally would, because I had to process what happened and was scared for my life. I know I sound dramatic, but this person is literally a stranger who has pursued me for years and had been given clear boundaries by me to never contact me. Well, the next day was Friday and I was living in a twilight zone, scared that he was going to show up again, and talked with my coworker about what to do. She and I both don't have a relationship with our bio dads, so she understood. I decided I would talk to HR on Monday and see what I could do to never see him again. I told him he doesn't need to lose his job over it, but I felt my safety was at stake and that my space had been violated. She would have to talk to his company since he's not one of our employees, but hired by the owner of the building. The update was that he would be immediately sent to a location 45 minutes away and not allowed back to my office. He lasted 3 weeks at the new location and was fired. I felt bad. I wasn't trying to ruin his life or get revenge, just trying to keep my peace and what I had left of it, since I almost quit my job over the incident.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault. It seems like he got fired for separate reasons.
Yeah,
than whatever you did.
Yeah. We don't need to be using that whole ruining your future excuse. That's a
No.
stupid thing. You didn't ruin his future.
He did.
You just ensured your safety, and if he gets fired for that, he gets fired for that. There's a good reason.
I'd rather he be fired than you be unsafe.
Yeah.
My boss had no idea about it, just the one attorney, my coworker, and HR knew. Later, I found out the receptionist was told about it because the old building manager came back. And they're both old people that clearly like to gossip. That was not fun to find out. I think she's respectful enough that she only just informed me that she found out about what happened. Luckily, she's retired now. But yeah, I'm still here at my job 2 years later and wondering if I was the a-hole for giving him hope, but lying and making him lose his job. I think he probably finally takes me seriously now. But you should take us seriously that we have full episodes of stories just like this that you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. Just search up OK Storytime. And P.S. I have a very wonderful, kind, active father figure since I was a baby who adopted me into his family when he met and married my mom. They divorced when I was 2 and stayed in my life without any legal ties or responsibility for me, just out of pure love and interest in staying in my life as a father. I also have a stepdad who would harm anyone who does me wrong, including my bio dad. They grew up together and he has hated him since before I was born and before he met my mom.
Wow.
I'm not some fatherless damsel in distress. I'm just fulfilled in my life and it's his loss, not mine. Lots of love to you all, but I'd love to know your thoughts. And
Wow.
do you have any?
Yeah, I think you're totally fine. You don't need to feel guilty at all for what you did.
Don't worry about him, honestly.
Yeah, he it's okay to be mean to people like this, all
Yeah.
right? It's okay to ruin their life a little bit,
We
even
don't need to
though
worry about them.
you didn't ruin your life, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Just be mean, be aggressive. All right,
Consequences
guys?
to their actions.
Yes, exactly.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. I'm glad that you're safe now.
Me too.
Whoops.
Oh my goodness.
Glad that you're safe now, and I'm glad that you have people protecting you around you.
Me too.
Yeah.
But that's the end of that story and the end of this episode.
Yep.
So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you,
And see you tomorrow. Hey, don't leave yet. We've got some stories that we think you might enjoy. So stay tuned for the next one.
I want to cut my toxic friend off after my wedding. She lied about being my maid of honor.
Wait, how do you lie about that?
We'll find out. So I, 25 female, had a friend named Mary, 25 female, that I cut off the day after my wedding last week. I had met Mary through a mutual friend a few years back. We lived in the same town and became good friends. By the way, this comes from Where is Ermito on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So we would talk a lot, hang out, and even went on a trip together. She even called me her best friend. But ever since she acted the way she did at my wedding, I've been seeing everything she did in a completely different light.
Wow.
I did.
I need to speak to HR.
Could you guys hear that on the stream? Could you hear the crash? The resounding crash bang slam of all that motion back there?
I played baseball, so that again,
Dude,
there's a
you
reason
still got
why
that
it's like
baseball
this.
booty.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's
So,
like this. Go back
I
to the
didn't
story.
really start to notice until I met and started dating my husband. He's a great guy who really wanted to like her, but he didn't. He was always nice to her whenever she was around, but he couldn't stand her. She was entitled, rude, and self-absorbed. She tokenized people of color. She always seemed to have some kind of justification for her crappy behavior. She always seemed to have some kind of complaint about her friends.
She sounds like real fun.
She sounds absolutely awful.
She sounds like the brightest light in the room, like the bright, harsh white light that you just want to get out of your eyes.
But he couldn't stand her. She was entitled, rude, tokenized. She always seemed to have some kind of complaint about her friends. Things didn't really start to take a turn in our friendship until I got engaged. We decided we wanted to get married in another state so that my husband's family could be there. Because of this, I didn't put any pressure on my friends to be there because I knew the flight would be pricey. However, she was insistent on going so that she could be a bridesmaid. However, I had no intention of asking. She pressured me into making her one. So this friend that has been terrible has now, I guess, successfully hoodwinked OP into her being part of the wedding party.
Yeah, what it's just kind of she vamoosed with the
She bamboozled her
title.
way in.
Yeah, she
bamboozled.
bamboozled OP into making her maid of honor.
Put your foot down.
Don't get bamboozled
Don't
by
get
this
bamboozled.
lady.
Yeah, you have a very special spell that can prevent this kind of thing from happening.
Well, I don't think
No,
she
just
knew.
say no.
I don't think she knew how nefarious this friend was yet.
I don't think. Well, maybe
'Cause now she said that after the wedding is when she realized, like, I'm looking at everything differently now. So it was after the wedding that she had the realization of, oh, this person might actually not be a friend of mine. This person might just suck.
Well, she said, I didn't really start to notice until I met and started dating my husband. So this is
okay. So
before
there's
the wedding.
multiple points of realization here.
Yeah, this was before the wedding. So
Yeah, OP say no.
OP, no.
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 9. So then when I was trying to decide what to have my bridesmaids wear, she turned it into an entire discussion so that whatever was worn would be something she would like. Even though what I wanted was to have something simple that would allow for my bridesmaids to all find something they liked, but still maintain uniformity. I eventually settled on everyone wearing a maxi dress in the same shade of green, but she immediately took issue with the length of the dress because she didn't like it.
What is a maxi dress? I don't know this.
What's a Keon?
I'll look it
I'm
up.
unfamiliar with
Maxi
your
dress.
game.
Can you show it on screen?
Yeah, you should go reading. Go continue reading. I'll look up
Maxi dress. I want to know what that is. I'm guessing one of those like skin tight dresses.
Yeah, I'm
things.
guessing short.
Short.
It
I'm
sounds
guessing
short.
It sounds short.
Yeah.
But also maxi kind of sounds long. Frenchie Revolution says it's like a form-fitting dress.
Maxi is long.
is long
and
but
form-fitting.
Keep reading.
No jokes to be made about that.
Show me.
What, the tight fitting?
Keon, put on your maxi
long.
dress.
Put on your maxi dress and jump.
Keep reading and I'll show you the maxi dress. Get to the next update.
All right.
As a treat.
I told her I wasn't changing it solely for her and even said if she didn't like it, she didn't have to be in the bridal party. She finally gave in and found herself a dress. Yeah, exactly. Put your foot down,
Yeah.
LP. This is your freaking wedding.
You see this? See this? This is the leverage that you've got. You can swing it back
also,
and forth.
see this? This is called your freaking hands and freaking throw them at her.
And that's called felony.
Not if you're
it's
the
battery,
bride. Not if you're the
actually.
bride. Nope.
You know,
Nope,
unless
nope,
you're
if
the
you are the
bride.
bride,
exonerated.
Unless you're the bride.
No,
That's
you're the
true.
bride. Brides have
especially if you're the
special
bride.
rules.
It's okay.
Yeah. Remember,
special privileges.
remember, hit people on your wedding day.
Yeah,
You're-
If
you're
you're,
completely-
you're not using your purge immunity, if you're not hitting people on your wedding day, you could literally do no wrong.
It's your day.
It's your day, and everyone must bow.
Yes.
I would also like to add my parents were very hard to plan this wedding with. I was also in my last semester of nursing school while trying to plan all of this. So between being busy with school and work, I also had to get my parents to help plan because they were paying for it. This is relevant later in the story. I'm looking at the maxi dresses.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
It looks like a sundress.
Yeah.
That's like a sundress.
Yeah,
That's
maxi dresses.
nice.
I like it. I like the first one. I like the first.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I like all of them.
Yep. I think those all work.
Yep, that's a
Yep.
good dress.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Anyway.
All right, get those out of here.
Okay, yeah.
We don't need
Yeah,
those.
stop bringing those up. That's crazy.
What?
All right. That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Keon, that was crazy work that
Keon,
you just
I
did.
can't believe you're bringing up maxi dresses.
Back
honestly,
to the shed.
That's
You need to eat more
disgusting.
mold.
Oh boy. Read. Read. Someone
At
said
my bridal shower, she tried to take the attention off me throughout all of it, even pulling me away to take pictures of her, not with her, of her. She also tried to make everyone else feel as if they weren't good enough friends with me as she was, even though there were people there I had known much longer who knew me better. I did not invite her to my bachelorette party because of how she acted. Bop.
Bop, cut out.
Cut out.
Done.
Uninvited from the wedding too, honestly. That's what I would have done. Would I have done that? Probably. The wedding day itself was beautiful. It was everything I had wanted. However, she arrived at the venue late when my other bridesmaids and I were almost done getting ready. One of them, at least 30 female, was also doing my makeup. Mary, tried to go through Elise's makeup bag and find a lip gloss without asking, and when Elise told her she didn't have one, she quickly got upset.
Quickly. Quick. on
Other
the upset.
things like this kept happening. Elise and another friend, Maddie, 26 female, brought their friend, Leanne, 25 female, who was in the middle of steaming my dress when Mary came over and demanded she stop to steam her dress.
I demand I have access to the dress steaming.
Who do you think you are? Do you think you're the bride?
For it is I who am the bestie.
Do you think you have bridal
Truly.
immunity? You think you can just punch anyone in this bridal shower
Right
and get
in
away
their-
with it?
Right in the trachea?
Reserved for the bride.
Yeah. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? I am.
And then we started on the pictures. The photographer did a lot of pictures of me and my bridesmaids. Mary kept on trying to make people switch places with her so she could be as close to the center as possible. She even complained to the photographer about being on the end in several pictures. She's like, oh, wait, OP, can I switch with you? Can you go on the end? Can I go in the middle?
Yeah, I want to just cosplay as a
Can I
wife.
have your dress
I want
too?
to cosplay
I
as
want
the
your dress.
bride.
Yeah, please.
Please.
We also did individual ones of me with every bridesmaid. When the photographer took pictures of me with Elise, she said that we had great chemistry in our pictures and jokingly said, we must be soulmates. Mary did not take kindly to that comment. After pictures were done, Elise, Maddie, and Leanne went to go get something to eat before the ceremony, mainly so they could get me a snack and something to drink. This will also be relevant here in a sec. We went through with the ceremony, and it was beautiful. After we walked out, I ran to grab a comfier pair of shoes. While I was gone, Mary approached my husband and began to complain. She said she felt excluded from the planning.
Aww.
She complained about Elise, Maddie, and Leanne not inviting her to go get food. Well, maybe if you weren't such a terrible person, they would invite you.
Yeah, maybe if you weren't trying to constantly steal the wedding spotlight.
Yeah. Come on.
Just a thought.
She had her mom with her, for the record. She also called Elise a B and said she got bad vibes from her. She said all of this with other people being able to hear her. My husband obviously told me all of this right after it happened. Obviously, I was not happy, but I wanted to enjoy my day. Is that a crime to want to enjoy your own day?
Is that a crime to enjoy a succulent Chinese meal?
We're just doing all.
What is that from?
Don't worry, we'll
Who's
think
the
it-
guy getting arrested in that video? Anyways,
This
no.
is democracy.
Yeah, it's
Read the story. Read the story. Read
Wait,
the
is
story.
that the one where the guy
it is
gets
probably
tased and he's like, ooh,
Is
that's
it?
my
no,
booty
no,
hole.
no, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no, no,
All right.
no.
I like that one too.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I had to say it. My brain's rotten, so I had to say it.
Obviously, I was not happy, but I wanted to enjoy my day. Later in the night, we had a few things planned, such as toast. To avoid them going on too long, we asked one friend, one sibling, and one parent to each give one.
Okay.
I
One of
asked
each.
Elise to give one. It was heartfelt, and both my husband and I shed a few tears. However, Mary, and I'm now realizing maybe this is pronounced Marie.
Yeah, you had just done. I wasn't gonna correct you,
Sam's
but I
really
was
bad
like,
with
now it's
names,
Mary.
guys.
It's fine.
was giving Elise the stink eye the entire time. The next day, I started to process everything she had done, and I was angry. I decided to tell her I knew what she said to my husband. She denied everything, and when I told her how many people heard her, she tried to downplay it. I told her what she did was inappropriate and told her our friendship was done. And I blocked.
Finito.
Is that too much? Or is that too little?
Punch
I
her back.
think you are allowed to block whoever you want.
You are.
And that person has been partaking in some blockable behavior, not because of how egregious their behavior is, but because of how annoying it is.
And consistent.
Consistently
annoying.
super annoying and inconvenient.
Let me know if
Get
you would
outta here.
block Mary.
Marie.
Yeah,
Mary.
Marie, you blocked.
The next morning, someone that I knew was a friend of hers reached out to me and asked me if she was my maid of honor. This was obviously not true because I asked my sister-in-law to be my maid of honor. I found out she had apparently gone around and told everyone she knew that she was, in fact, the maid of honor.
What a weird. Yeah, good job blocking her.
This same girl also told me about how Mary, had said awful things about me after I got engaged.
Yeah, that block is just getting sweeter and
It's
sweeter
just getting
with
more
every
built up.
sentence. I'm more like, ooh, yeah, that
Also,
block.
Prince X
what
is
a good
saying
move.
smoking a
Don't
joint
say
in
it.
the bath with
Don't.
y'all on. I'm not going to say the
I
rest.
could dust.
Is that a thing you
I
will
get
say?
that.
Dust? Oh, I could. Bust.
No.
Yeah, it's basically like, yeah, but it's just dust. It's like, but now there's just dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ruining all your ears, guys.
All there's
Sorry.
left is dust.
Yeah. Because like you've just done it so many times.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
You're really
Story.
giving it to them. Anyway, the main complaint was how I had acted when my then fiance and I went to to a concert with her. It would be noted that she roped us into this concert when we both were financially struggling. She bought the tickets without talking to us about it first, and then said we owed her $125. Stupid of us to say yes. I know we paid her back. Very, very piecemeal over time. Also, you can pay us back by joining us live every weekday at 3 p.m. PST right here on YouTube. Just tap our profile. There's more of an update.
That's a tap.
But let's discuss, do you think OP is right to block Mary?
Yeah, blocking this like unhinged maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, block her, dude.
Block her. Block her.
And good timing.
Block City.
Gone.
Because
Block
now,
party.
look, and she's just digging her own sort of grave here. She's
Yeah.
digging just a deeper hole. And all the other people are going to find out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it took you a while to find out how terrible she was. It's only a matter of time before everyone else does.
Well, I feel like that's the biggest red flag is like, why are you lying about being a maid of honor?
Yeah.
You're not going to get away with that. It's not something you get away with.
But we got a little bit more of the story. We went to the concert, and my husband was in a separate section from us at the venue. He has epilepsy and felt like he was going to have a seizure during the show. This obviously made me really anxious and worried, and I spent the entire show worrying about him. She got mad at me for it and claimed I ruined the concert for her. However, she told me that I was complaining about having to sit with her instead of my husband. I explained this to the girl in my DMs, and she said that because of that, she would not be associating with her after this. So this girl in the DMs that's saying all this crap that Mary is saying is now like, you know what? She sounds crazy. I'm also not going to associate with her.
Yes. She's, like I said, she just keeps digging.
She keeps digging.
She's digging that hole.
This girl was obviously not my friend, just a means to have her ego stroked. But now she's blocked and gone from my life for good. I'm trying to stop myself from getting angry so I can enjoy my honeymoon, which is why I'm here. She doesn't deserve any more of my thoughts or energy than she's already gotten. Anyways, F that B. Thanks for reading. And we got a little edit. We were roommates for a good portion of the things that happened. She also had no issue going into my bathroom and going into my stuff when I wasn't home.
Gross.
I kept my wedding dress in my bedroom so because I was worried she would destroy it when I wasn't home. Door didn't have a lock, couldn't afford to get one. Wow. I didn't get out, and I did eventually get out into a better situation, a.k.a. living with my husband until very close to the wedding. And that is where that story ends.
Good job. Good job, OP. You blocked her. She was gross.
She was terrible.
Not a friend.
Not a friend. You
Bad
do not
roommates.
have a friend in her.
Bad roommates are bad.
Restraining order? Cheryl Marionette.
At the point of like, I don't know if you need to do that now, but it was like definitely just don't live with this person.
Yeah. I don't think she's done anything that warrants a restraining order, but she's definitely deserved that block.
I mean, if at any point you notice her like lurking around,
yeah,
or you happen to you seem to be running into her a little too often, then maybe get the restrainer. But
the RO.
Yep. I found a contraceptive wrapper in my wife's car. Is she cheating on me?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Maybe
word.
she's just testing them before she puts them on you.
She really just wants to make sure that it contras that septive.
Yeah. Contras your septive.
Boo this man. Boo this man.
We've been together for about 10 years and married for 6. We have no kids now, but we were planning to start trying pretty much immediately. We're both very active, going to the gym, eating healthy, and are both in relatively great shape. What does relatively great shape mean? My wife is gorgeous with a phenomenal body, but I would probably consider myself maybe a 5 or 6 out of 10 on the attractiveness scale. I realize that.
Dude, man's punching up.
He's-
Shout
yeah,
out him.
Punching up, or maybe he's punching down on himself. But
yeah.
by the
exactly.
way, this comes from user ThrowRA12010 on the r/okstorytime subreddit. So, we have always had a really strong relationship. We started as great friends and realized we were just right for each other, and that developed into true romantic love and devotion. The spicy sleep was always fantastic. There were never any issues there with quality or frequency.
Amazing.
Wow. I was washing my wife's car, as I do pretty often. In the course of cleaning the interior, I found an open, empty, little
A spicy sleep
little
wrapper.
spicy wrapper.
Spicy
Little
wrapper.
spicy, a little empty spicy wrapper under her passenger seat. And we do not use the spicy wrappers since we had always been on birth control.
Mm.
I'm driving myself insane with all the stories and scenarios running through my brain. She spends a lot of time at the gym working with weights and doing her cardio, like 3 hours, 4 days a week. So there are frequent times when we are apart. So a lot of time to be spending at the gym.
Or maybe you're spending time with Jim.
Yeah, and he's not cleaning up after his... He's not very dutiful about his trash that he's leaving in your car. She has never given me a reason to suspect that she has been unfaithful. I know I have to confront her, but I'm scared to death of what might be the truth. She is my world, and I can't imagine starting a family with anyone else. I'm afraid I'm going to break. Yeah, I bet they were also afraid it was going to break, too. Edit. Really quick edit. Wow, you are all so amazing. I'm touched by the DMs and the heartfelt responses. I had no idea I would get so many responses so quickly. I wanted to add some details to save me from having to go to reply to all the common comments. My wife has never given me a reason to think she has cheated before this. She has always been loving and affectionate, and we were looking forward to starting a family very soon. Some have speculated that kids coming soon may have led her to one last fling.
Is that a thing people do?
I don't know.
I hope not.
Possibly. Well, we're an open book to each other with our finances pretty much entirely tied up as one. She comes from a pretty upper middle class background. Her parents are very comfortable. I come from a home where my parents were fighting their own demons, and so I didn't get a lot of attention growing up. Not a criticism. It was easy to get lost in the shuffle of my parents' problems. We're cordial, but not super close. I'm way closer to her family, and I love her mom and dad and her younger sister. Financially, we're fine. Together, we make about $150K per year. She makes $60 as a law firm assistant, and I make $90 as an auto technician.
Nice.
We own a house together that we were able to purchase with a down payment from her family, and if worse comes to worse, I have no interest in fighting for that money. It is theirs, and they can have it back if we end up selling the house. Some have commented about the amount of time she's at the gym.
3 hours is a lot.
3 hours, 4 days a week.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of gym time. We go to separate gyms. That's kind of suspicious. She gets off work at 4 and then goes straight to the gym where she does a class and then works out with weights and the cardio on the treadmill. I was never suspicious of the time that she spends there. By the time she gets home, I'm already there, and she jumps directly in the shower. And then we make dinner together and hang out. As far as a lawyer or an investigator, there's no way I could do that in secret with the way we manage our finances, so that is out for now.
You shouldn't get an investigator before having the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Having a PI would be way overboard here.
Yeah.
Somebody explained to me how to get detailed phone records from Visible, so that's my next step. I will get the records when I have some time to myself and see if there's a number that she's in contact with a lot that I don't recognize. I'll try to figure out where to go from there, and I'll let you all know.
I feel like
you have an update.
I feel like he should just talk to her first.
Do you think would it be abrasive to bring up like, hey, I just want to talk, make sure you're not cheating on me?
Well, it's just like, hey, I found a condom wrapper and I found a spicy sleep wrapper.
We can say that, right?
I don't know.
Say that.
I found a rubber.
We say I found some sheepskin.
I found
it intestine?
I found a spicy sleep wrapper in your car.
You do, I guess, need to say that.
I
for
feel
sure.
like, yeah. It's just
if
like,
you've got
hey,
that, you can be like,
I what's up
found
with this?
this.
Can you tell me what's going on?
so that's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I
I
went
feel like you
looking
gotta
for
bring it up.
but I did find it.
She might just come clean, honestly. If there is
Oh,
something
do you
to
think
come
you should
clean
do the
about.
thing where it's like, I know everything, so you might as well tell me? You pull the police interrogator move, where you go, I found out, I know what you're doing, so you might as well just tell me now. And then she might hit you with the, I'm sorry, or she might hit you with the, what? But then if she hits you with the what, you go, I have this condom wrapper. I found it. I found this little rubber wrapper.
I think you say like, hey, I found this in your car. I think I know what's going on. No, I don't even
Me
say
personally,
that. I think you just say, I found this in your car. Can you tell me what's going on?
I think if you want to try to immediately get to the bottom of it, you just do the police interrogation move.
But that feels like a lie.
I mean, it is a lie because he doesn't know what's going on, but
I don't know.
he's suspicious.
I don't
And
feel-
sometimes all it takes is a little bit of pressure, and that'll crack, and then he gets the whole truth.
Ellie said, just talk to her. Sir, this is a Reddit story.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, you have the wrapper, so you've got the proof.
Mariette says, address the elephant in the room. Bree, mom of 4, says, address the elephant in the room. Caitlin Van Camp says, it'll automatically come off as abrasive because it's inherently accusatory. Her response will be very telling.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked, dude. It's weird.
Zach Taylor says, ask why they found Johnny in the car. That's what we can call it from now on, a Johnny.
Little Johnny. But
I found this Johnny wrapper in your car.
let's see what happens.
Okay. Lots of folks have asked for an update. Not a whole lot to say, but things are getting interesting. I am shaking as I type this.
Oh.
Okay. Are you sure there's not more to say? Thanks to everyone in the comments and the DMs for the empathy and well wishes. A lot of good tips and advice, too. Man, I would hate to piss some of you off. Some of you are vindictive. Welcome to the internet, my friend. First of all, I found a rapper, not an actual Johnny. So the suggestion of DNA testing was not useful. And thanks to user, 27 for the information about getting detailed phone records. Today at work, during some break time, I requested a download of the phone records, but it says the request could take up to 45 days, and I can't wait that long. I also drove by her work on my lunch break, and I don't know why or what I expected, but her car was there as it normally is. Lots of good advice to track her, get a
Don't track her before the conversation.
I don't know what that is.
Come on.
Look at her phone without her knowing, hire an investigator,
No.
lawyer, etc. I
This
can't
is
deal
all
with this.
dumb.
Yeah, but that's all bad advice.
This is all terrible advice. Literally talk to her first.
Be like, this isn't from recently,
Because
right?
what if
This
it was
rapper?
What if it was something? What if it was something fine? What if it's something totally like
Yeah.
normal, and then you've ruined the integrity of the relationship?
I don't know, but it's hard to make that a normal thing where it's like that would be one of the places you find a rapper, a Johnny rapper, in the context of somebody doing something behind your back and they don't want you to find out they're doing it in the car.
Yeah.
I found
Away
it in my
from
Halloween
home.
candy. It's okay.
What?
I'm kidding.
What did you say? Boo this man. Sorry, I don't even know what he said. I just wanted to say boo this man because he said it to me. Anyways, let's keep going.
Keep going.
I can't deal with this. I'm taking the advice a lot of you had, and I'm just going to confront her today when she gets home. Thank God.
Finally, something
Yeah.
reasonable.
As some of you suggested, I plan to just put the Johnny wrapper on the table in plain sight and watch her body language. I'm so scared and nervous that I'm almost pissing my pants. I'm really starting to expect the worst. For me, if she cheated, there is zero chance we will ever stay married. Zero. I don't care what excuses or reasons or whatever that she has. I'm 100% done. No therapy, no counseling, nothing. I can't believe I'm typing this. It makes it seem real. Well, dude, it is real. It's real. I can't imagine her bumping it with some other guy or guys. And that's an image I could never get out of my head for the rest of my life. As far as
You
assets,
can't do guys in car. Like 2 people or 3 people in a car would be too difficult.
I don't think he meant at the same time.
Oh, that's okay.
Sam. Sam.
Boo this man.
Boo this man.
Boo this man.
Boo this man.
Boo.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I think you could.
What do you do with your
two
lips?
people at the same
Why were you
time.
pricking your lips?
I'm eating.
Just the way you look. You look caught. You look like, oh
Back to the story.
They got me. Okay, as far as assets, we don't have a lot. We have a pretty nice house that her dad helped us pay for, and I'm happy to let her have it with my fair share and paying back her father. Otherwise is bullcrap, like 2 cars. Wait, what? Otherwise, it's bullcrap, like 2 cars, some furniture, and some decent savings that we have both contributed to, so I'm willing to split 50-50. Bro's like, we have no assets except for the house and the cars and everything that's in the house and our savings account.
Why are
Dude, you have assets. Shut up.
Why are you like planning all of this before you even know anything?
Yeah. Just confront her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lucy Ford 91 says, from past experience, 3-person in a car is doable.
Oh, it's doable.
3?
Is that cab extended though?
Listen, if I could do
You
it in the
gotta have
if
an
I can do,
SUV.
I was gonna say if I can do it in the back of a Subaru Outback.
Oh, right. I forgot about Kate.
Yeah, that's an SUV is a sexual utility
Right, I
vehicle.
forgot about that. You've heard that story, right?
I've not.
Let's
I don't know
not.
what
Let's
you're talking about.
again.
I was looking for acknowledgement of my joke. that
Keon
was
in the
honestly not
back.
good.
Oh, dude,
Stop!
during
Stop! Stop!
Cave
Read the
Rave,
story. Read the story. Read the
in
story.
the back, I
Read the story.
remember
Read the story.
hearing
Read the
that.
story.
The
Read the story.
thought
That
of
was wild.
divorce is burning a pit in my gut. I'll post again after I confront her, and either way, I think this thing comes to a conclusion tonight. And here's the update, which we are going to get into in a second. What is going to happen here? Divorce? Does she come up with a reason? Does he
I
accept
think
wanna
it?
there's
know.
a reason.
I want to know.
I think divorce. Easy. I
I
think
want
she
to
folds.
know. I want to know.
Tell me.
All right, here we go. I am devastated and spiraling. I, 35 male, found the Jimmy wrapper in my wife, 34's car. Now what? Okay. Instead of sitting here pissing my pants, I wanted to just type a few more things to keep busy. I'm sitting here trying to find any other reason to doubt her. Brother, just give us the update. Dash cam. Yeah, I've checked the dash cam footage. There's nothing suspicious or out of the ordinary. She commutes to work, the gym, and then home. Maybe
Just talk to her.
Just lay it out on the table.
Ugh.
Not that, but
And that, I mean, well, maybe.
boo this man.
That could work. Have you tried that? Okay. Grocery store cleaners, 0 suspicious activity, but she knows that there's a dash cam too, so who knows? Maybe she's just being really careful. Our current state of the relationship is it's really strong as far as I know. She comes home, we share a glass of wine while we make dinner together, talk about our day, cuddle on the couch, and if we watch a show, we really have what anyone from the outside would be jealous of. No feelings of distance, no hiding the phone, no drop off in the spicy sleep, which has always been great and still is great.
And we have heard if the spicy sleep drops off, maybe that's an indicator of cheating. So there's nothing to suggest that there would be any cheating.
Yeah.
Which is why talk to her before you do this whole freaking investigation.
Just freaking have a conversation. Which she's already done the investigating.
Yeah.
In regards to the gym time, with as much as she does, it is really reasonable for her to spend 2.5 hours at the gym. I've gone with her. I've seen her work out. It's pretty extensive, and her body shows it. Dang.
Dang.
I'm so proud of how great she looks and how she takes such good care of herself and encourages me and cares about our health. I've never been suspicious about it, maybe foolishly. This guy did say he's a 6.
But where though?
Like,
where are you a 6? Like, is this like U.S., London?
Oh, I thought you meant like on what part of the...
Yeah, that's what I
Never
thought
mind.
too.
That too. It was a
yes.
double entendre.
She comes home and showers right away, but she's typically sweaty and feels gross. Most people I know that live at the gym will shower at the gym. That's why that's suspicious to me. If for someone who's at the gym this often, she would just be showering at the gym.
No, I shower at home.
Are you at the gym for 3 hours a day, 4 hours, 4 days a week?
Well, no, but I'm at the
Right.
gym multiple times a week for an hour.
That's rookie numbers. You can't even
Gotta pull
talk.
those
You
numbers
can't even
up.
talk with those numbers. She doesn't avoid me when she walks in. She'll come over to me and greet me with a kiss on the lips and then hit the shower. Hit the shower, champ. If she was just having a spicy sleep with a side piece, I think she would be more discreet. We spend almost all of our time together on the weekends. We go for a jog, we have date nights, happy hour with friends, dinners with family. She has a lot of girlfriends from work, and they sometimes go out for a girls' night like once every 2 months.
Just talk to her.
Yeah, like straight up, just talk to her, dude. Like, imagine this is just like a rapper from way back.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't you remember that was us?
Yeah, like
and he's
Tupac.
like, oh, damn, that was me, wasn't it? Anyway. Or no, they weren't using it because they were trying to make a baby.
Yeah.
So they weren't using any
Should check the
protection.
expiration date.
Okay, so again, nothing suspicious. I see the credit card charges, so I don't believe she's hiding anything. And her girlfriends are all awesome, and I love hanging out with them and their husbands/boyfriends. I'm torn and getting nervous about talking to her tonight, but I gotta get this over with. Update 3. I
Get
swear
it
to God,
over
brother,
with.
if you didn't talk to her after this update, I'm gonna lose it. This should be my final post on this topic. I took a lot of your advice and decided to just confront her tonight.
Thank God.
Sorry for the length.
All right. Who's the 6?
6 for sure.
But it was a lot. Okay.
Man.
Woo! All right, we got it. We got it in the bag, boys. That's the last one. Okay. My wife came home from the gym around 6:45, like always. I was sitting in the kitchen table alone. She came over, said hi, kissed me on the lips, like Tom Brady, and went off to take a shower pretty much like usual. I'm not going to lie, when she came over to kiss me, I
Like Tom
smelled
Brady.
really hard for any evidence of man
I'm
sense.
just imagining going.
Yeah, just, hey, babe, nice to see you. Is that
Jim.
Creed Aventus I smell upon?
Is that Jim or is that Jim?
Is that Jim or Jim? What kind of Jim are we talking about? Not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I sniffed hard for men's scents. Cologne, soap, deodorant, sweat, anything. I got nothing. As she showered, I sat by myself, a ball of anxiety, and I damn near chickened out.
Better not. You better not.
She got out of the shower and came into the kitchen, wet hair, sweats, and t-shirt, looking as beautiful as usual. She sat down like we always do and expected to chat about our day. And she could see immediately something was wrong. She asked, "What's up?" I mean, I was shaking and so nervous, like you cannot believe. I asked, "Have you lent your car to anyone recently?" "No." "Have you had any passengers in your car the last few weeks?" She thought for a second and said, "No." I asked, "Has anyone besides you or me been in your car in the last few weeks?" She said, "No." "What the hell's going on?" I asked to see your phone. She looked at me weird and said, "Okay," and just slid the phone to me across the table, no hesitation, and said, "What the F is going on?" I didn't touch her phone. I took the Johnny wrapper out of my pocket and set it on the table. She looked at it but had no real visible reaction. I didn't say a word. After a few seconds, she said, "What the hell is that?" I say, "It's a Jimmy wrapper." And she said, "I mean, it's obviously a Jimmy wrapper. What the F is the Jimmy wrapper doing on our kitchen table?" She was starting to get annoyed. She's either a really good actor or she sincerely had no idea what was happening. I told her I found it under her car seat while I was cleaning her car. She honestly looked dumbfounded. She said she had no idea how it got there. She seemed really sincere and was starting to get concerned. She asked if I thought it was hers. I said, "I'm not sure. Is it?" And she said, "You've got to be kidding me. You seriously think I'm freaking around on you? Are you crazy? What the hell's wrong with you?" She took her phone and waved it at me and said, "Here, please, look at my phone. Call my sister, who she shares everything with. Call any of my friends. I'm not sure what you want me to say." We sat in silence, very uncomfortable for a minute or two, and I didn't take my eyes off her, looking for any sign like a tear. I said, "What would you think if the roles were reversed?" She admitted that she would probably be suspicious, but would give me the benefit of the doubt. She literally went through every day the past couple of weeks, where she went, who she was with, what she was doing, trying to come up with any explanation. She finally remembered an after work thing that they did for a friend of hers, a baby shower kind of thing at a restaurant after work. One of the girls at her office was invited but couldn't go, and she asked my wife to please take her gifts to the party. My wife said sure, and they walked down to my wife's car to put the gifts, and my wife's stuff was in the front passenger seat. As I said, the car she drives has a tiny back seat, and access to that back seat is ridiculously difficult. So as her friend was putting the gifts in, she spilled her purse all over the floor behind the passenger seat. That was the only possibility that she could think of. That's a pretty solid alibi. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty solid.
That's pretty.
And
the
everything
reaction,
the reaction feels extremely authentic.
She's like, I
Bro,
know it.
she got
She's
her
like, what
phone.
is that?
She got her phone waving in his face.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah, and
dude,
she gave
hello.
the phone immediately.
And
That's
then he
pretty
just
good.
yeah, but then his response was perfect. It was just like, all right, so this happens to you. What do you do?
Yeah.
She's like, okay,
I understand.
sure.
Yeah.
I'd be suspicious, but I'd also give you the benefit of the doubt, which I don't feel like he was doing. He was definitely like, I'm gonna call the investigator.
That's why just freaking talk as soon as possible.
Speech. Okay.
Ugh.
So, as I sat there, she insisted that we call the friend immediately, and she did just that. She put her friend on the speakerphone and asked if she remembered when she spilled her purse. She answered yes. She asked if she was sure she got everything picked up off the floor, and she answered, I think so. Why? My wife then seriously asks, do you and boyfriend's name use Jimmy wrappers? Her friend kind of chuckled and said, yeah. My wife asked what brand, and she answered the brand that will be nameless because we don't do free sponsors. My wife looked straight into my eyes and asked, when you dumped your purse in my car, is there any chance that there was a Jimmy wrapper in there? And her friend said, yeah, it's not unusual for me to have them in my purse. Why? My wife told her friend about the wrapper. Her friend said she doesn't know why she would have an empty wrapper in her purse, but it's certainly possible. She hung up the phone and looked at me and asked if I would like to go through her phone. I said no. And she said, mystery solved. I literally started crying. Oh, that's a bad look. Sorry, buddy. I'm not going to lie. It's a bad look. I was crying because I was so freaking relieved. I was crying because I'm married to the most awesome woman in the world who loves me more than anything. And I was crying because I was racked with guilt that I thought she could be cheating.
Honestly, you should be ashamed of yourself a little bit for not talking to her immediately.
Yeah,
This long?
This should have
This
been
long.
an immediate thing. Like,
Lulu
No,
says communication
hide
is
it.
key.
I did.
No, you didn't.
It's water.
It was so blatantly in there.
No, you guys just haven't heard of that water brand. Yeah, man, I don't know if you're gonna confront your hot wife about cheating on you and she didn't at all. You can't have your first response be to cry. Like you're not doing yourself
losing
any
all your
favors,
points.
bro.
You're losing all your points.
You just made her think that you don't trust her, and then she saw you cry in front of her, like, and not
Which,
like
hey,
not
to
in a
be
hot
clear-
way. There are hot ways to cry in front of girls
You
where they
can-
think it's hot.
Well, to be clear,
That's not one of them.
Showing emotion in a relationship, fine.
Good.
But crying after you did something wrong to your hot
Yeah,
wife,
you did this to yourself.
it's like she should be crying.
It's like too
You know,
pathetic. It's a little too pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, and I don't think you're a pathetic person, OP. I'm just saying optically from everything I've read in this phone.
Harriet
and
Spaghetti
everything.
says, I don't know. I think crying is a good look in this situation. Shows he understands the severity.
I think I guess it all just depends on the wife.
Yeah.
It depends on how the wife processes the crying. That's really all that matters.
I feel like the crying in this, to be clear again, men showing emotion. Good.
We
thing.
like it.
Crying about you know, your mom.
No, I would never say that there's
dying,
anything bad about crying inherently.
or your child being birthed. Good, right? But crying because like almost messed up your relationship.
Like it's the crying after. It's like the crying after realizing she didn't cheat on you. That's weird.
Yeah, I feel like you should be comforting her, if anything, rather
exactly,
than her
like,
comforting you.
It should be like thank God. It should just be like a exhale, and then it's like, we're done. It's over. We're back to normal.
Yeah.
Crying is not going to help it get back to normal. I'm sorry.
I would love to know what you think. I feel like
Everybody
I guess
probably
what
thinks I'm a
Dakota's
jerk.
saying, and yeah, everyone thinks you're. No, I don't think you're a jerk, but I think I'm curious. Do you think him crying this situation is a red flag, or if it's like justified, and you would see him crying as like, oh, like he's
It's not even a
relieved and
red
good?
flag. Is it hot or is it gross? That's the two options. Is it hot or gross?
I'm trying to
cry
dig
in
you out
that
of this hole
context?
right now, Dakota.
I'm really just putting
I'm
it.
trying.
It's that
I'm
simple.
trying.
It's that simple. You're trying to make it more complex. It's that simple. Anyways, let's finish this off. I felt miserable for how I must have made her feel. My incredible wife took it so well. She hit me with her dish towel and just said, Jesus Christ, I can't believe you would think I would cheat on you. Okay, so she took it well. So it's good. Everything's fine.
Kristen Foil hat.
Kristen.
We're right under the gun.
Oh no.
We had 5 seconds left, and Chris hit us. 5 seconds.
I hope they're refund.
5 seconds.
No,
Wow. Wow.
Oh my.
Yeah, yo, you know what? The person who
God.
had the best comment I just saw, it was not talking to her right away is the big red flag.
Oh yeah.
It's not. It has nothing to do with this crying or anything. Being like, do I call the lawyer and the detective at the same time?
Yeah, he
or
was
separately.
He
It's
was
like,
a little whack.
Talk to your wife.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Okay,
Why
wait
did
until
it go to
wait until
that?
the show's over.
I know. Why did it do that? I refreshed
What?
it.
What happened?
It went straight into an hour for some reason. We're
No,
not
well,
doing
I
an
guess
hour.
that's what we have to do now.
No.
We need more water. My incredible wife took it so well. She hit me with her dish towel and said, "Jesus Christ, I can't believe you think you could think I would cheat on you." But she admitted again that she may have felt the same in my shoes. She even laughed a little and said it was kind of cute that I was so jealous and nervous about asking her about it. And by the way, I'll get jealous and nervous if you stop joining us when we go live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. All you got to do is tap our profile, and then you're in.
And you can stay for the 10-hour stream.
And you can stay for the 10-hour stream.
Yeah,
Now-
why is this at 59 minutes? What happened?
I refreshed it. It went. I'm texting Riley right now.
It
It shouldn't be an hour. It should be.
No,
29
Winkles,
minutes.
it's not an hour.
So
it should be
we've-
29 minutes. It should be 29 minutes, guys.
29 minutes.
So
to
I
be
think
clear.
this is everything that possibly could have gone right for OP in the situation has gone right.
Yeah. It went well in spite of how terribly he handled this.
Yeah. Should have said it right away, but she's not cheating. She loves you for. She even thought it was kind of cute about how nervous and stuff that you were, which is cool. Sounds like you found a very real one and a keeper.
She sounds great.
The ultimate keeper.
You need to learn to communicate though. But she sounds great.
Okay.
You should read some donos because I need to use a little Keon's room.
Well, we're
There it
almost
is.
done. Are we? Yeah, we're
Is it
almost
done?
done.
Oh,
We're
there's a little
almost
more.
done.
Yeah, hit it.
Just a little bit left. So we decided to have our glass of wine and go out for dinner. At dinner, we talked about how excited we were to start trying for a baby. I completely forgot about that. I am 100,000% sure that she's telling the truth. I know her. I know her like nobody else. I know her body language. I know her voice and how it sounds when she's stressed or hiding something. And there was none of that. I hope none of you have to go through this, but thanks for all the well wishes. I will probably let my wife read this thread at some point, but not while it's still so fresh. Plus, she'll probably rib me for going on Reddit for advice. She's not necessarily a fan. Haha. So, all is good. Really, really good. Have a great life, everyone. You too, OP. And your
You
hot
too,
wife. And I hope
OP.
you guys have good kids with strong genes.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy children. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll fix
W
that
for
timer,
OP.
guys.
But
W
we
for
got-
OP's wife.
Yeah, I'm glad how it ended, and I think what we learned from this is communicate early,
Yeah, just
as
do
soon
it.
as possible. Just do
have
it.
the hard, cold water conversations if you need to have them.